What's good, YouTube? It's your boy MarshTheKid. Another video. Hey, I told y'all we gonna be consistent. Look what happened. We being consistent. Today we got a little more of a just sit down and, you know what I'm saying, just try to assess the situation. We got KD's trade plan just crumbled in front of our eyes. Shout out to Mike Kurzemba. I love his videos, bro. Like his sports reaction videos, and like him just dissecting certain things, like from an analytical standpoint. Like I love his videos, bro. I've been subscribed for some years now. But shout out to him for the video. Again, make sure I like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let's dive on in.
It sound right, boy.
We are very close to a Kevin Durant trade as the Phoenix Suns are being aggressive in their efforts to trade veteran star Kevin Durant, which have involved several calls to the Houston Rockets.
Also, before we watch this video, because I don't know what's going to be said, comment where you think KD will be going. Comment if you think he will be staying with the Suns or if he would be traded to another team. And if to another team, then which one? I personally think the Rockets could, I'm not saying anybody could be a good fit or not, but the Rockets seem like a reasonable move that they would make. Yeah, I'll say the Rockets. I don't know, man. I think people just really forgot how good KD really is. Like, he's one of the ones, bro. Like, he's arguably top 5 in the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget that.
It's the end of the season, but people are suddenly down on a 36-year-old KD. His trade value is falling day by day. However, that is actually a good thing, as suddenly a Kevin Durant trade has become more important than ever. Why? Well, a lower trade value means that no team is going to need to destroy their core in order to trade for Durant, and we cannot deny that there are a few teams out there that are one Hall of Famer away from a championship. Even if he is on his last legs, KD still led the Suns in scoring this season with 26.6 points per game and was 12th in the NBA in true shooting percentage.
This man is a silent killer, bro. Like, he will have 25, 30 in a night, and you will never know. It'll feel like 15. You feel me? Like, he's a natural scorer, bro. Being a footer and being a scorer like that, scoring from all 3 levels, like, bro, that's hard to do. And he's 36.
And now we are hearing KD's camp wants him to team up with Wemby and De'Aaron Fox in San Antonio, while we're also hearing that the Knicks, fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals appearance and fresh off of firing Thibodeau, are predicted to trade Karl Anthony Towns for KD to try and win their first championship since
I don't like that move at all.
I think we can all agree. When we have a big-time trade on the horizon, there is always a lot of smoke there. And so the question is, what should we believe? What's up, Mike here, and I have an outrageous clip for us on why people think a Cat for KD trade needs to happen. I also do want to say, if you enjoy this video and you enjoy the content, please...
You ain't gonna get me with no sponsors.
Short torso, it's his physical makeup. Long legs, short torso, big feet. There's nothing he can do. He's built like a whole He's built like a female. He's built like a girl. He has girl hips. He's like a full WNBA player.
As we just heard, Gilbert Arenas does not believe in Karl Anthony Towns at all, and many people share this view. The Knicks coaching staff, before being fired, was losing patience with Cat. Many we just heard.
He's built like a female.
This is the face of a salty old head. Just because his career is going to be better than yours doesn't mean you got to be salty. You know what I'm saying? You throw around the B word. He look like a female. He has these tendencies. Like, okay, we get the jokes. You know, Cat is, Cat be doing gay stuff, blah, blah, blah. But come on now. Call him a B word with your social media presence on your pod. Like, come on, man. You better than that.
He's built like a girl.
During the playoffs. And reportedly, Ironically, players too were frustrated with KAT's defense and felt he did not grasp the importance of defense in general. It is not a guarantee that KAT will be a knick-knack season, but would KD for KAT be an all-time panic move that could ruin what the Knicks have built? I'm just going to say it, yes. At one point, Kevin Durant was a solid defender and received a lot of praise even for his rim defense during his Golden State Warriors days. But the man is 36. What Kevin Durant is going to bring to whatever team he goes to is high-level scoring. And KAT was an all-star starter this season because of his offense. He also averaged 24.8 points per game and 12.2 rebounds per game in the 6-game series loss against the Pacers on 50% shooting. His offense was not the problem for New York. The problem was that the Knicks let the Pacers average 116.8 points per game on 49% shooting during the series, and on top of that, the Knicks are also loaded at the wing spot. They have Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Maybe New York believes in Mitchell Robinson as a starter and would move Josh Hart to the bench, or maybe they would look to make another move if they did trade for Kevin Durant. But the thing is, with the Rockets report, we heard that asking price KD has been getting lower and lower. So does that mean that the Karl Anthony Towns buzz is just a smokescreen? Perhaps. What we do know for sure right now is that the Houston Rockets are the betting favorites for Kevin Durant. Why? Well, reports say that Phoenix is aggressive in pursuit of A, trading Kevin Durant, and B, regaining full control of their draft capital, starting with the number 10 pick in next year's draft. What does this mean? Well, the Suns are currently an NBA catastrophe. They do not own their own outright pick until 2032, which would be fine if they were a contender, but they just missed the playoffs, and now it is impossible to fully tank. So it makes sense that the Suns want to regain full control of their draft capital.
Bro, so you telling me you gave up every pick until 2032? For KD? No, not the KD, but bro, like in the basketball world, he's old as dirt. Like the equivalent to KD right now in the league is age and like health wise is like if I walk outside of my front yard to one of the little pebbles in the driveway, like like he's just old. Like y'all gave up all of your future just for that?
We also know that is very ambitious and very unlikely to happen, but what Phoenix can do is at least get 3 of their picks back. For the 2025 draft, the Rockets have the number 10 pick. That was the Spurs. Houston also owns the Suns pick in 2027, and they have the right to swap picks with Phoenix in 2029. So suddenly, we see why Houston makes the most sense for Phoenix. We also know that the Suns cannot trade Kevin Durant and try to build a title contender, as they're stuck with Bradley Beal on their roster. Not only been awful for Phoenix, he has a $57 million player option in 2027 and a no trade clause, which he is very proud of. I'm positive Suns fans are losing their minds over Beal. Listen to this. ESPN reported Beal admits he feels disrespected by Phoenix, but it was all good in the end because, quote, I'm still playing in the NBA, I still have the best job in the world, and I still have my no trade clause. So I'm smiling every day. That is a real quote. Beal played 53 games this year, averaged 17 points per game with 3.7 assists and 3.3 rebounds. He is smiling his way to the bank, and Phoenix can't do anything about it. But
mind you, those are still decent
numbers,
but like good numbers. But
and with Durant's
he fell off bad.
Injury history, many are speculating that the Rockets simply will not, and that is why the trade package keeps getting lower and lower. Time will tell with this situation, but honestly, while I think the Rockets are an exciting team for KD, I think there are also better situations out here. The Mavericks are being mentioned as a player. If Kyrie is healthy, a big 3 of KD, Kyrie, and Anthony Davis is not only extremely talented, but you have a classic guard, wing, big man trio, not a Bradley Beal, Devin Booker nightmare where the pieces just don't fit. Same for the Timberwolves, who could pair Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant with whoever remains post-trade, either Randall and Gobert.
Yo, how do y'all feel about this? And how do y'all feel about the what team? Just say the Mavericks. I personally don't like the Mavs. I feel like AD. I feel like AD excels in the 2-man game. But, you know what I'm saying, having KD, who's also ball dominant, scoring 25, 30 a night, like, I don't know how that would go. If you know what I'm saying, you got to get Kyrie. You got to get Kyrie the ball. So, I don't know. But this lineup, I could see it. I could see it. I could see it because here's my analysis from like a player standpoint. Let's say, all right, so throughout the playoffs, everybody always talks about, oh, Ant doesn't make the right plays. He's too ball dominant. He just relies on athleticism. Okay. Now, let's say you add KD to the equation. Now you can put Ant on the wing, right? And we all know KD. We all know how good of a player, how good of a scorer he is. Let him run your offense in those times where, you know, the teams are tending to collapse more. Let him run your offense. And then on drives or when they put it on the floor, kick it to Ant, he attack the closeouts. You know what I'm saying? He attack the gaps. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it could work, I feel like.
And we know that is a good enough big three to make waves. But I think the San Antonio Spurs have to be the most interesting situation here. Shams has said post-trade deadline, I think Kevin Durant is another guy that the Spurs, there was mutual interest at the deadline. And this makes sense. Because while Wemby's deep vein thrombosis diagnosis was scary and ended his season, all of the reports since have been positive. ESPN reported in April that Wemby had already progressed to lifting weights and participating in off-court work, while acting Spurs coach Mitch Johnson said he'll be ready to go by camp next year. So we don't have to worry about that, and the word is that the Spurs would be sending picks and a young player in Devin Vassell to the Suns to make this happen, which gives us such a wild card that the Spurs are easily my favorite trade spot for Kevin Durant. San Antonio would have De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Durant, and Wemby to go to battle with, and we do not know just how great Wemby is yet. In year 2, Victor Wembanyama would have won the Defensive Player of the Year if not for his injury. So we do know that Wemby is a historically great young big man, and we also know that since entering the NBA, he has been progressing at a frightening pace. To make things even better, the Spurs have the number 2 pick in the draft, where they can take someone like Dylan Harper, or they can make a big-time move to push for a championship. If I were them, I would take Dylan Harper. Regardless, this would be an incredible situation for the Spurs. They would only have to give up one real piece. It would not be Rookie of the Year Stephon Castle or the number 2 pick. And we also know that Victor Wembanyama is burning to win basketball games. When France lost to Team USA in last summer's gold medal game, when asked about the loss, Wemby said, I'm learning and I'm worried for the opponents in a couple of years. The reporter asked, in FIBA or the NBA? And Wemby responded with, everywhere. To make it even better, when walking off the court after this loss, Wemby went up and hugged Kevin Durant, later saying he, KD, became my favorite childhood player. I made it clear that I wanted to learn from him and perhaps only steal 1 or 2 of his secret techniques. Both KD and Wemby respect work ethic and a desire to win more than anything. This could be a scenario where bringing in Kevin Durant not only launches the Spurs closer to becoming a real contender, but also gives Wemby a vet that truly can help him reach his potential faster. But I want to know, what team do you want Kevin Durant to be traded to? Comment down below. And there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video.
Quick little synopsis. Yeah, like I said, I can see the Timberwolves. Or now that they're about the point, I could see the Spurs, bro. That'd be crazy. The Spurs, like, everybody, you got a vet in KD. You know, you still got a few years. And then you got your young core, up and coming, including one of the best big men to ever play the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? That could work. But, hey, y'all let me know what team y'all want to see KD on, and why. Dude, don't just comment, oh, I want to see Lakers. Let me know why. You know what I'm saying? Let's dive into it. But, hey, man, again, shout out to Mike Krzemba. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. All these videos are going out every day. I appreciate the love and support. And we out.